5 European Men's Lacrosse Championship. We are at day 10. We are in the 5th place game. I'm Steven Stamp with Bill Searle. I was thinking Bill Nye because I was just looking at the rosters.
Science guy.
Yeah, I love the
Bill
science
Nye,
guy.
the science guy. I had that whole collection.
Oh, really?
Oh, I taught grade
Awesome.
7 science.
Bill Nye is awesome. Well, it is the 5th place game between Czech Republic wearing their red. I like these red jerseys. Very simple, but they're pretty cool, the blue shorts. And Latvia in the white. And there's Vinny Fasiaponti. Fasiaponti with a shot and a nice stop there from Josef Slavik between the pipes for Czech Republic. Starting at the other end of the field is Daniel Zlux. And this is the 5th place game. It is the 8th game of the tournament for each team. And the 7th game was the most important by far for them. As both clinched their spots in the top 7 and thus earned a berth in the 2027 World Men's Lacrosse Championship in Japan. And the next 14 teams, 8 through 21, go to the World Division II Championship. But this game, we are not anticipating a highly intense matchup.
No, this is more of a don't get hurt, have some fun.
We've got some guys playing that might not get as much time normally. We've got the starting goaltenders for both teams have not played a ton of minutes. The main starter for Latvia is out here. Ryan Richter's got a 2-game suspension, so he's missing the rest of the tournament. He'll be ready to return when they return to international competition. Had a terrific tournament before he was ousted, and that is a great shot from Pavel Sirk, who scored one of the biggest goals in Czech history a few days ago in overtime, and now he has a goal here.
What's your prediction on the over/under for this one? we're gonna hit 20.
Yeah, 15, 12-ish. I don't know for who.
So
27.
So we'll put 27
20.
as the.
Well, let's put 21 as the over/under.
Oh, I'm
23.
going over.
23.
I'm going over.
23.
So you could probably put 25 and I'd
25.
Still say, well, okay, 25. Okay. I'm still betting over.
Okay. Fasiaponti has been outstanding. He's heading off right now, looking like a Fogo after winning that faceoff, but he has played everywhere. He's been great at the dot. He's been playing solid D-midi work, and he's got, how many points does he have in this tournament? 4 goals, 7 assists. He's a solid contributor in the offensive zone in a very balanced offense. How many of these guys have scored in this tournament?
For Latvia, you've got 14 different players on the score sheet with at least a goal. Only outdone by another team, which is?
Czech Republic?
Czech Republic. Czechia is the other team with 15 players.
Pavel Sirk has a bunch of them for the Czechs as he came in with, which side? With 8, only 8 goals. Really? I would have thought he had more than that.
Scores them at important times.
Yes. Latvia rotating around the outside of the zone. Cam Kondraty, another player's had a good tournament, 5 goals, 10 assists. Another two-way contributor. Good look out there, but the pass gets away from Eli Lazda. And Jan Dobiash heading up the field. Dobiash getting some defensive shifts here. Usually a face-off guy, not a lot of defensive responsibilities.
Anytime the Fogo gets a chance to get some field time, as opposed to just taking the draw and running off.
Yeah. Maciej Konotek is number 2. He and his brother Thomas Konotek, number 21, out there on the field together. Haven't seen a ton of that. Maciej has played a fair bit, 5 goals he's gotten. This is going to be Matej Kresel throwing it back up top to Pavel Doshli, the ageless wonder, the icon in Czech lacrosse. Almost had an assist. Lukáš Kuchera just put it on the wrong side of the post there, going to the back side of the mesh instead of the front.
It was interesting to watch the defense there. I don't know if you noticed the matching of feet, but no real stick check.
Yes, yes. Our understanding is that this will not be a extremely physical game.
No. I'm curious to see whether they have, a case of beer bet on this one.
But as you were saying in our last game we were calling, that kind of approach to a final day game when most of your results are pretty much settled, as Daniel Luke takes his time here, tends to last until the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And then
somebody decides they want to win the game.
Yeah. Reynard's out. We'll flick it back up to the top. Alza. Flips it over to David Lukes. There's Fasaponte. Thought we might have a shot coming. That one's blocked, that pass, as it's trying to get across.
Do you know what?
It's off the checks. It's going to be a Latvian ball, and I'm going to get this one.
It's right to you.
Come on. Come on. No. It's peeling away. That stopped. That was mine.
Do you know what? Nobody wants to hit anybody with a shot either.
No, they do not. You know, in women's sixes, there's a penalty called walling.
Yeah, you were mentioning it this morning.
Yeah. Okay. It's very odd.
So you can't stand in front of a player that's shooting.
Well, you can't stand between a player and the net.
Oh.
If you're checking them, you can.
Right.
A shot by Fasaponte. But if you're just kind of standing there a distance away,
yeah,
you can't be in the way. I don't know. Safety's important. So, Ian, here's a break. Thomas Knotek going to bounce one home.
But a 3-on-1. Have you seen a 3-on-1?
Not very often.
Not very often.
I haven't seen many 3-on-1s where there's no passes.
That is true, too, but the defender just sort of stood in the middle.
He's like,
don't think he had an option.
Yeah, that's true. We were talking about the walling penalty, and also I was over watching Israel and Poland playing the Women's Sixes Festival this morning. It was pretty fun over on the back fields. And a bunch of the Israel men's team that are playing tomorrow in the gold medal game were over supporting and cheering. And Ian Kadish, who's the head of Israel Lacrosse Federation, I think. I forget his director or something. He was explaining the other rule, which is if you hit someone, this is a nice run here by Matej Drizel, checked by his opposite number 18. That's not a timeout.
It was a timeout call.
Timeout, just over 7 minutes into the first quarter here. It's 2-0 Czechs.
So
right.
what was Ian Kadish?
Ian Kadish was saying that there's another rule that if you hit someone with a ball, with a shot, above the knee, you're kicked out of the game. You get ejected.
Out of the game.
So he was saying, yeah, it's a rule for sure. And because it came up because somebody took a shot, like a reverse, like back to the net, just flinging it backwards. And we're like, oh, that's a cool shot. And he said, we've actually told them don't take those shots because if you're shooting blind, you can hit somebody. It might not be hard, but you're still kicked out. Probably 15 minutes later, his fiance, playing for Poland, got ejected for hitting somebody with a shot. They were giving him a ribbing. Was, hey, whose fiance just got ejected there?
Yeah.
And there's like 8 of the players, all just, it was fun.
You could end up with a really short lineup.
You could.
You know? I don't know how many players they carry in the Sixes.
Well, not a lot. You get like 11 or 12, right?
Yeah.
So, Sixes will make its debut at the Olympics in 2028, and a lot is building towards that. And even though there are those two strange rules, odd rules that we've got to get used to, I think the game's pretty exciting.
I think it'll be more relatable to people who have never seen a lacrosse game.
Yeah, we've talked about the rugby comparison, right? Sevens rugby. Makes a lot of sense. Like you think sevens rugby, what's that? And then you watch and you're like, this is fun.
Well, not only is it fun, you can actually understand what's going on.
Yes.
I'm not all that familiar with the rules of rugby, even though I do teach some rugby to the kids. When I watch a game, I don't know which is the difference between union and league.
Mm-hmm. No, me neither. And I know rugby folks, it makes sense. Like, we know the nuances of lacrosse rules. Yep. You especially, because you've been reffing for forever. But, somebody will say, oh, no, you're thinking of union. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Here's Pavel Sirk looking to get his second of the game. A player falls down for Latvia. Matches Knotek with the hard rip.
Skip passes are a little easier to get through in this game.
Yep. I thought for a second, where's the goalie? But he was behind one of the defenders. He's not one of the larger goaltenders.
Oh, I was gonna say
in the tournament.
There's a good 6 inches above his head to the crossbar.
What a save, though!
Oh! That might be the play of the game.
That is the play of the game. We're going to send that in.
That was great. We were just talking about the goaltender's size, and he makes 2 saves up around the crossbar.
Right above his head. He gets a big congratulatory bump from Bryce Danowskis. And you want to carry this? I'm going to send that in for the play of the game.
Latvia's going to leisurely move the ball around the top. They don't get a lot of pressure here. As we've noted, this is for 5th place. These 2 teams are advancing to Japan. They'll have 2 years to, make their team ready, we'll say. We had a blast there from Kondraty.
Here's David Lukes. I believe the Lukeses are related.
Not sure. Maybe it's just a really popular name in Latvia.
It's possible. That's a good name. Here's Lazda. He's going to go back to Lukes. Oh, there's an open look. Nice save at this end by Josef Slavik.
What are the odds on a goalie goal this game?
50-50.
50-50, okay.
No.
Have we only had the one goalie goal?
That's all I've seen.
Italy?
Yeah. Was it the Italy or?
Italy or France? I thought it was Italy.
I think it was Italy. I forget. That's when I was out, when I had zero voice. So I was back at the hotel watching the games, and I saw it, and I immediately sent it in to the highlight crew. It was like, here you go. There's your play of the game. You can stop watching for the rest of it now. Kuchera takes a pretty substantial bump there from Cam Kondraty. That ball hits the turf. That's going to be scooped up by James Mowens.
That was a 4th quarter bump.
Yeah. Mowens passes out. Mowens has 9 goals, 5 assists in this tournament. Pretty impressive performance. The top scorer would be, actually, Mowens with 9 and 5. Is he their lead? Oh, Andres Doctors, 11 goals, 3 assists. So 14 points each. But yeah, really spread out the scoring for Latvia.
For Latvia, yeah. They don't, we have Kaden Vlasinski with Czechia with 27 points, way up there. But you have to scroll down quite a bit to find the first Latvia player, which is Bloomberg's, at 15 points. And then it's just sort of spread out down below that. You'd think the number of players who have actually scored in Latvia, 14 different players.
Yeah, it's really spread out. Austin Bloomberg's has had a strong tournament. Not 100% sure he's actually even in the lineup today. Comes out to Lukes. Pencestrat, also a big tournament, 6 goals, 4 assists. One of the leaders of this club. This is Fasaponte. Swim move. Nice little spinning shot there taken by James Mowens, but it's well off target. Will be backed up by David Lukes. As an official in a game like this, where clearly, the teams are not like hyper motivated, how difficult is it to officiate?
You know what? It's very relaxed.
That's a nice spinning move. Sorry, by PJ Tierney, who had 3 goals coming into the game. Nice drop step, spins off, and tucks that one into that bottom corner.
Yeah, as an official in a game like this, it's just sort of management, and the players aren't screaming and yelling about balls out of bounds and things like that. They just, okay, that's what it is, whatever.
The intensity is going to ramp back up at the tournament later in the day because the bronze medal game is probably going to be I would say the most intense game of the day, right?
That will be by far. It's
Ireland and England.
It's one that means something.
Yeah. And then tomorrow, 3 games. Every one of them was a lot on the line. The 1 o'clock game, Sweden and Denmark for 21st place. The winner will be at the 2027 World Lacrosse Division II Men's Championship. And that's a big deal for developing nations in the sport. That is a huge deal to get into that tournament. Not announced yet where it will be. We should find out soon, I would imagine, 'cause it's a couple years away. Then the 7th place game, France and Germany, even more on the line. The winner of that goes to the Division I World Championship in Japan in 2027.
We got some really good games tomorrow.
Yeah. There's a nice finish by James Mowens. Gets him into double digits in goals for the tournament. That France-Germany game will be interesting. I think Germany strongly considered in this tournament. I think probably the favorite in that game, but you just don't know.
France looked like they were flying through and then went up against England and went down 9-0 in the first half. I think that was the score at the end of the first half, which kind of surprised everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't close at all. And then the gold medal game, probably surprised to quite a few people that Italy and Israel will be meeting up.
Israel is not a surprise.
No, Israel's not a surprise. I think most people, if they had to pick who they thought would be in the final, they'd say Israel and England. With some people saying, Ireland or Germany, maybe give Italy a chance. But we've got 5 seconds to go in the first quarter. It's 2-2. Mateusz Tilscher up in the offensive zone, trying to get on the board, trying to add to the number of Czechs who have scored in the tournament. Will not do it at the moment, and we'll take a break with the score 2-2 and way under the line we set for the over-under. There are only, after this game, there are only 5 more games in this tournament.
5 more, that's it.
Yeah, it
3
flew
of them
by.
on Saturday.
Yeah.
We got the one tonight that's going to be exciting, the Ireland and England.
Greece and Netherlands are warming up. They hit the field. Are they back on the practice field or field 2? Yeah, they're practice field at the far back. They may have requested that. Oh, yeah, because Slovakia is still playing.
Yeah, that backfield is actually very nice.
It's nice. Saw a couple games happening back there while we were calling the game on field 2. And just we've had so much rain. It's been such a stormy week or it's a week and a half, I guess.
And we are expecting the sun to be out tomorrow for our final, which
they're saying what, sunny and 25?
Something like that. And I'm finding the 25 here is feels a little warmer.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just because of what we've had.
Yeah. Mowens circling. Nice save. The goalies are the stars of the game. Slavic.
Thought he almost picked that one off.
Yeah, that was close. That was a fairly dangerous little pass. We'll go back to Slavic. Will be a shot clock coming in next year in international lacrosse. 80 seconds with a 60-second reset. And 20 seconds to clear, as Martin Hodin just did. He's going to go back onto the defensive side of the field. And Andrei Striblek.
Wondering how much of a financial strain that's going to be on some clubs.
Going to Japan?
No, not only that, but getting a shot clock. And then finding somebody to work the shot clock.
Yes. That is the concern, right? Oh, nice rip from the outside by Matej Kressel. His 4th goal of the tournament.
Yeah, having working the shot clock for Carleton University, it always seems to be a challenge with it, whether the battery is fully charged, whether the crown of the imagine this crown of the field was causing grief with working the remote from the other side of the field.
It just couldn't see it, right?
No.
Yeah. Shot clocks are so persnickety.
That's your word of the day, kids.
Ongoing battle for this loose ball off the draw. And Andrei Striblek feels like everyone tried hard and nobody deserved to not get the ball, so he'll throw it out of bounds and let Latvia have a turn.
It was the method at which he tried to stop it from going out of bounds. Probably in a different situation would have been different.
Yes. So let's talk sixes for a little bit as Latvia takes this nice slow clear. And going into the Olympics, 6 teams, which I think we both agree there should be more. We'd like to see more, but that's a start. And it really does provide a platform for a lot of nations that have trouble getting 15, or Latvia's going to take a timeout. Getting 23 players.
Yeah.
For a roster to travel, and all the coaches, you get 11 players for 11 or 12 players, and it's fast, like the rugby we talked about. The
games
shorter games, smaller field. There's a lot to like, and I know a lot of people don't like it. I know a lot of purists say, well, there's no face-offs.
Yeah, the situational play that is all of a sudden gone, and it turns into a basketball game. Is it what I would think is the closest thing to it, and most of the world understands basketball, can look at it and say, well, it's a little different than basketball in that you're changing on the fly, but the game itself, where does the ball start after a goal? It starts from the goaltender.
Yep.
So instead of going off the center, and teams with good face-off guys score a goal, you go back, you get the ball back.
Yeah.
There's that ability to just control it. I know with the kids lacrosse, we only let the difference get 5 goals, right? And then the other team gets a free clear.
Oh, okay. The one thing some of the early sixes events, people were noting that it's pretty hard to come back from a 3 or 4 goal lead.
Yeah, you don't have that.
Yeah, it's just tough it's tough to shut someone down for extended periods. But that's a challenge. I think, honestly, I thought the World Games in Birmingham, Alabama, that's a nice little pickup off the loose ball. And Kressel, who scored the last goal for the Czechs, will zip into the offensive zone. But I thought watching the Canadian men and women in Alabama, I was like, that's how you can play defense in sixes.
Yep.
I've said many times, I think Brooklyn Walker-Welch may have been the best player in that event, men or women. Like, she was outstanding.
Who on the men's team stood out?
I'm trying to think. Josh Byrne is just impossible to cover. Jeff Teat made that one ridiculous goal, the one-handed diving around that you didn't even see because they didn't show a replay, and then you see the clip of it later, and it's like, oh my goodness, that shot gets away. Zach Currier is just built for that game, right? But defensively is the big thing, and everyone's playing both ways to an extent.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember who for the men were the really impressive defenders. And I think the Canadian women's team defense was good. Brooklyn Walker-Welch is just such an incredible athlete and was so good at it that she really stood out. But to me, it was the men's team defense, honestly. From the moment an opponent had the ball, wherever it was on the field. Knotek will rip one, another save.
Of course, we're talking to a Canadian audience, we feel right now.
Yeah, probably.
Everyone else is like, well, who are they talking about?
Yeah, maybe. They're some of the best players in the world. I think, the one thing, the United States, obviously, the other top contender, and they will have gone to school from that World Games. And, there's another World Games coming this year. Some events leading up to the Olympics, obviously. And they've got a lot of smart coaches and a lot of great athletes. They're going to figure stuff out. And it's not going to be – because Canada kind of dominated that first tournament.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll be able to do that again just because there are so many good teams. And, Japan is probably the most fun team to watch. Bronze medalists in one of the events, right? The men's or the women's in Birmingham.
I must admit, I did not. I think I watched 5 minutes of that.
Oh, I watched it. It was fun. That's a hard rip from outside. That is putting everything you've got into it by Eli Lazda. Yeah, I watched it. It was fun. I enjoyed it. And, I'm kind of looking forward to the Olympics, to be honest. I'd love to go call the games.
Yeah.
It's going to be a blast. I've got a chance to call a bit of sixes. It's a challenge. It's a very different call, for one thing. And that is a challenge for the Olympics, is the broadcast, figuring out how to do the broadcast, because they're not the normal downtimes to have the analysts step in as much.
Yeah.
Oh, what a great drive to the net. Bouncing it off the top, though, against Gutmanis. There's a gentlemanly battle for the loose ball.
That's withholding the ball.
Yeah.
The ball was in his stick, and he wasn't holding his stick.
And again, in a more intense competitive game,
Somebody
the player
might be
checking him would not have just tapped his stick lightly. Here's Pavel Doshly. Pavel Doshly has been playing for this team for so long and has been so good. Just an absolute ambassador for the game. Lukasz Kuchera with the ball. Led the Czechs in scoring at the 2023 Worlds as a 17-year-old. When he played last summer with the Cambridge Highlanders in Junior B.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Get some box experience?
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much all he plays.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all these guys play. Serk misses that one. Yeah, Brian Whitmer, the head coach, has done a great job with this team. He was saying before the tournament, I think he was saying it's been, I forget, he said how long it's been since any of them have held a long pole.
Yeah.
They just don't, there's not a field lacrosse nation. That's going to be an over and back. Unless Tilsher can get there, he cannot.
Oh, the whistle hadn't gone. Yeah. The long side official is the one that has to blow that in. Oh, I guess not. Trail did it.
P.T. Tierney, a little fake. It's going to lead to some checking from Streblik. Shot scores through the legs of Josef Sławik.
And we're all knotted up.
Yeah. We may not get to 25 goals, but
no,
could be a battle down to the finish. Battle's a strong word. But
yeah. A back and forth.
The joy in the games yesterday when these teams clinched their world's berths was really something. And today obviously a much more relaxed approach because of what they accomplished yesterday. And I don't think it would be possible to overstate what these teams achieved, honestly. Like, Latvia came out of nowhere, shocking people. And talking to Andris Tikmanis, the head coach, he was saying they were ready to take down a big dog. And their first crack at it didn't happen. They wound up losing to England 8-3.
Oh, you're talking about after the pool play.
During pool play, they lost to England 8-3. But
yeah,
then they
did. But
yeah.
We thought Netherlands was going to be a
yes.
lot stronger, and
they
beat
them 14-4
14-4
in the opener. So then they get out of the pool, beat Scotland 6-4. Then Israel. That's when they were saying, we believe we can take down the big teams. Didn't happen then. The at least silver medalist Israelis dumped them 10-2. But then the game against France, chance to book a ticket to the Worlds, and they did it with an 11-5 win that was very impressive, especially because they did not have their starting goaltender. Great job stepping in by Chris Doctors. There's Joseph Slavic with the pass to the near side to Driesel. But that was a very impressive game, right?
It was.
Possession game, having to adjust their tactics, and just the joy when they clinched that spot. It's fantastic.
And it's interesting. You look at the joy and the reaction after the game. You'd swear they won the whole tournament.
Yeah. Which, I mean, they won their tournament right then.
Right.
And the Czechs, who, I mean, I've heard people. I remember when the Czechs were playing Wales, and I heard some people opining that, hey, this is going to mean a lot more to Wales because it's their primary form. Most of the guys don't even play box. The Czechs are a box team who come out and play some field lacrosse, which is true. But it was apparent, right?
We surveyed everybody in the booth here before the game, and everyone picked the Czech Republic.
That's true. It's true. Pavel Sirk with an overtime goal to give the Czechs a win in their game against Wales. That shot way high by Sirk.
Just a little outside.
But then the Czech-Germany game, that was the clincher. The winner going to the Worlds for sure. The loser having to win another game. And that was astonishing. Was it 7-2 for the Czechs at one point?
I believe it was.
They were well in control of that game. Germany, it was a different one where there's that big comeback. It was 6-3.
That was a close game all the way
At one
through.
point, it was close. Yeah, up throughout, it was close. Oh, that's a goal. Everyone looked a little bit surprised. The Czechs will subduedly celebrate as they go back on top.
That's
I may have just made that one up.
Persnickety and
Persnickety is real.
Subduedly.
Subduedly. I was going to say in a subdued manner, and then I thought I could just say subduedly. I may have made that up. I'm not 100% sure. But that Czech-Germany game was unbelievable. And it was Kaden Vlasimski scoring the overtime winner. And that, I mean, you could see what it meant to the Czechs. So they booked that trip. Timeout now for Latvia with 2:35 to go in the second quarter. It's 4-3 for the Czechs.
Yeah, got the sun peeking through here in the
I saw you put some
box,
sunscreen on your thighs.
Legs on fire there. Not used to this. Yesterday it was cold, damp, and wet.
Yeah. I'll tell you, the organizing committee has had to do some thinking and some planning as we had that huge lightning and rainstorm a handful of days ago, and then yesterday a bunch of rain and really heavy at one point. And you were saying you checked out the back fields today. We're on field 1 here. You can see field 2 to our left, and field 2 to our right.
Yeah.
You can see the game going on. Nothing happening on field 3 to our left beyond the fence because there was standing water in the goalie creases.
Yeah, and field 2 was really not a whole lot better, but at least there was no standing water. It was very spongy. I imagine throughout the day it's dried out more. But the field in the furthest away from us, they were quickly able to line that field, move the broadcast equipment.
The tower for the camera guys and stuff, it was awesome.
I was convinced they were going to put GoPros on the refs for that one.
We were discussing that last night when we were told they're moving. We're like, Ralph Bednarczyk, our fearless leader, was saying, how are you going to broadcast from over there? And the organizers said, we'll get the tower over there. We'll just move it. We'll move the tents. We'll make it happen. We got here this morning, and Well, I didn't get here this morning. I got here
I did.
this afternoon. and it was all set up, ready to roll. Right?
Without a hitch.
Without a hitch.
Yeah, I went and took a look at, walked around that field, and it's in great shape.
It's nice. Oh, nice swim move. 360 by Eli Lazda. BT Tierney will flip it down behind. And David Zlukes. Shimmy shammies. Spins away from a check from Simon Kuchera. That ball pops out of the stick and then, it hit him. Oh, no.
Want.
Oh, Mateusz Tilscher is down.
Yeah, he took that one right off the hip.
Yeah. Oh, it's not comfortable, you can tell. But
It's funny.
that backfield.
Yeah.
You're saying, like, it's really nice. The grass is quite long because it hadn't been prepared, and there wasn't time to go and cut it after, it became aware last night that it was going to be needed. But it's a nice field. There were teams who were like, I wouldn't mind playing back there.
Yeah. The ones who were definitely playing on field 2 could look over behind the other side and say, sure I wouldn't rather be over there.
There's the Women's Sixes Festival we were talking about. There are 5 teams. They were playing yesterday and today and a couple more games tomorrow. And I know they've been rearranging some of those games for tomorrow so they can get them in earlier so they can come and watch the men's games because things are going to really ramp back up. First of all, tonight, of course, with the 7 o'clock local time bronze medal game, Ireland and England. And then 3 games tomorrow with huge consequences. Sweden and Denmark playing for 21st and a trip to the Division II World Lacrosse Men's Championship to be held in 2027. The 7th place game, France and Germany, to see who gets to go to Japan for the Worlds in 2027 and who will be in that Division II group. Be a big fish in a small pond, but not what they're aiming for. And then, of course, the gold medal game will have a first-time champion, either Italy or Israel, as England has won 9 of the 10 European men's lacrosse championships.
And has
Germany
been in the final of all of them.
And has been in the final of every one, lost to Germany in the other.
Of course, Ireland was in the bronze medal game in Hungary and lost to Finland.
Yeah. Ireland was? Or was Wales?
I thought it was Ireland.
You're about to be fact-checked. In Hungary in 2016?
Yeah. Oh, it was Wales. You can see it on the side. You win. Another Steven Stamp victory.
Yep. They're just piling up.
Now, if it was tape throwing, you'd win that one too.
Don't even.
If there was an Olympic event for that, you'd be top notch.
1 minute and 8 seconds left in the first half. It's 4-3, and the over/under of 25, established by Bill Searle, is proving woefully inaccurate.
Woefully inaccurate. I was actually just looking at, we have 5 games left, and I was looking at that Greece-Netherlands matchup, and I'm going, do you know what? Greece finished 4th in their pool, didn't they?
Oh, let's check that.
They finished.
I like that.
4th. I think they won their last game in their pool.
Greece, yes, they did finish 4th in their pool. Now, they finished 4th, but they were only outscored by 3 goals.
Yeah.
Which is kind of remarkable to go 1-3 and be outscored by 3. They lost 8-7 to Slovakia, 14-8 to Italy, who is in the gold medal game, not a big surprise. Lost 10-9 to France on a goal that trickled in, hit the goalie and trickled in with probably a quarter of a second left on the clock in a really exciting game.
They're going for their 5th win in a row.
Yeah. Beat Denmark 9-4, beat Finland 9-5, beat Wales 10-5, and that's no small feat. We just mentioned, they were 4th in the previous European Championship back in 2016.
And they're playing for 9th place.
They're playing for 9th place.
That's really
legit.
impressive.
Yeah. That is not one that's going to be, just a bit of a walk in the park. When's that start? That starts at 5:20. That's in about 10 minutes. Also available on WLTV and Lax TV, as are all the games from Wroclaw here this week and a half.
Yeah, that
beautiful Wroclaw.
Greece-Netherlands game is going to be way over the 4th field, they were calling it.
Yeah. It's lovely. It's lush.
Switzerland and Slovakia are in a bit of a dogfight for 11th, with Slovakia leading by 2, 9-7.
Okay. They're in the fourth or the?
They're in the fourth.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how much time's left there.
Another nice save there by Daniel Lukes, who's already provided us our highlight of the game. Those back-to-back highway robberies on the high shots early in the game. That will do it for the first half here in Wroclaw, and we'll be back in 10 minutes for the second half of the fifth place game, Latvia and Czech Republic. We'll see you then.
Commercial break! We've been really busy over the past 2 years developing our very own women's lacrosse stick.
We are really, really proud of it. So stop by the shop. We would love to tell you more about it.
Good Stick Co. Come get a stick. Good Stick Company is here to manufacture and produce lacrosse sticks locally here in the Czech Republic. Our mission is to make lacrosse more accessible so more kids can have access to affordable, high-quality equipment so more people can play this game and we can share this sport around the world. Our philosophy on pricing is quite simple. By removing all these different logistics and these middlemen in the manufacturing process of lacrosse sticks, we can pass those savings on to you. We can make these quality lacrosse sticks affordable for more people.
We honor our indigenous roots and international history. Lacrosse is more than a game. We play with speed, heart, and precision. Young, modern, electric, inclusive, growing across the globe. Lacrosse is everyone's sport, governed globally by World Lacrosse. We honor our indigenous roots and international history. Lacrosse is more than a game. We play with speed, heart, and precision. Young, modern, electric, inclusive, growing across the globe. Lacrosse is everyone's sport, governed globally by World Lacrosse.
Commercial break! We've been really busy over the past 2 years developing our very own women's lacrosse stick.
We are really, really proud of it. So stop by the shop. We would love to tell you more about it.
Good Stick Co. Come get a stick. Good Stick Company is here to manufacture and produce lacrosse sticks locally here in the Czech Republic. Our mission is to make lacrosse more accessible so more kids can have access to affordable, high-quality equipment so more people can play this game and we can share this sport around the world. Our philosophy on pricing is quite simple. By removing all these different logistics and these middlemen in the manufacturing process of lacrosse sticks, we can pass those savings on to you. We can make these quality lacrosse sticks affordable for more people.
We honor our indigenous roots and international history. Lacrosse is more than a game. We play with speed, heart, and precision. Young, modern, electric, inclusive, growing across the globe. Lacrosse is everyone's sport, governed globally by World Lacrosse. We honor our indigenous roots and international history. Lacrosse is more than a game. We play with speed, heart, and precision. Young, modern, electric, inclusive, growing across the globe. Lacrosse is everyone's sport, governed globally by World Lacrosse.
Friends, to the 2025 European Men's Lacrosse Championship here in Wroclaw. It's the fifth place game. 4-3 for the Czechs over Latvia. I'm Stephen Stamp with Bill Searle. We've got another 30 minutes.
We're close to needing this. I bought this and it's still full.
That's the sunscreen, in case anyone can't see backwards through the broadcast that Bill is putting up on the table. I've got a little bit more protection because I'm on the other side of the tent from the sun.
I'm starting to cook here.
Yeah.
Only imagine if it had been sunny all week.
Right? You'd have a one line of burn on the side of your leg.
The part that the table's not covering.
Latvia cycling around the top. Cam Condrati flips it down. They saw it go quickly. Fasciaponte, sorry, who's had a great tournament, just had that one pop out of his stick. Pensestrat heading back, number 93 heading back in transition defense, and Fasciaponte is going to head to the sideline, and Latvia will go back on the offense as that pass gets away from the Czechs. So if you weren't with us in the first half, just to recap. So this is for 5th place. Hard rip, nice shot. Estrat. What a low to high. That's pretty.
There was lots of net to shoot at.
Lots of time to shoot at it.
We had a good angle here.
But yeah, these teams had huge games last night, clinching their berths in the 2027 World Lacrosse Men's Championships in Japan.
It's interesting to watch the reaction of teams, that didn't win a championship.
Yeah.
But in a sense they did.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, we were talking, they're so excited. The Czechs beating Germany in overtime. A huge goal by Kaden Leszymski, his 20th of the tournament. And for Latvia, an 11-5 win over France.
Oh, we have an offside call.
There's some booing coming from the stands. I think some good-natured ribbing of an official for throwing a flag in this game. I mean, you got to call the game. It's kind of like an all-star game.
So you'll notice there are 8 red jerseys back there.
That is a lot of jerseys.
Once you're offside, you're not going to be any more
stay offside.
So you just keep going.
Yep. That's funny. I remember calling a game a couple years ago in a tournament, and yeah, a kid came off. Oh no, he's not hurt, is he? Just a little.
I hope that's just a cramp.
I hope so. Yeah, he seemed okay. But yeah, a kid got they got a too many men penalty, illegal substitution, and he went off to the bench. And I was saying, just stay out there. You can't get another penalty for staying on the floor when you've already got too many men in a box tournament. What you can get is, and I've seen this happen, you probably have too, you get the penalty, see the penalty called, the referee's hand is up for the delayed penalty, you go to the bench, you get, as you're getting there, they're saying, no, you don't have to come off. So you step into the bench, hear that a second later, and run back on the floor. That is another too many men penalty.
Yeah.
I remember hearing a strategy that some teams used to employ, which was quickly written into the rule book, or out of the rule book, was once there's too many men, send the whole bench. There's still only one penalty. Send everybody and have 20 players out there. And good luck getting an extra attacker goal for the other team. Latvia probing. Not a physical game. Both teams quite clear that they don't want to play a super aggressive match, which both teams will play in normally a physical game.
Well, normally this would be really physical.
Yeah, it'd be an intense matchup. I was saying earlier, I started saying Andris Stikmanis, the Latvian coach, was saying, they felt like they were overlooked and underrated, and they came in wanting to make some big noise, and they felt like they were the most cohesive team. Like they felt like they were brothers because they've been here. They came a couple weeks early, spent their time in Latvia to really pull the team together. They came here and they're spending all the time. And he said they have bonded, and they are not just a bunch of guys coming to play lacrosse. They are a unit and a family, and it's worked. Familiarity is such an important part. Bonding, team building. In any success like this, these Czech guys, so many of them play together all the time. And that they're very familiar with each other, and then it means a lot to them to play for the guy next to them, the guy on either side of them. Maciej Konotek comes up to Krusel. Have a little dodge over the top. Watch there by Kondrati.
There's not much danger that anyone's going to shoot when the player's body is in the way.
No.
We did see a shot earlier, but I think he thought he had gotten past him.
Yeah. That one rolls out of play, and Latvia will get it back. Harrison's nigh.
Oh, we actually have a ride going there.
Nice job by 9. Sprint up over center. Stay up. No, he's going to go back. I think everyone was kind of encouraging him to go ahead and stay for a shift. This is Estrat. Excuse me, Estrat. I'm a fan of the all-black rig. Black head, black strings, black mesh.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I like it. I think, honestly,
I'm not a big colored stick guy.
it's not really colored. It's not like it's fancy. I like the black shaft, too. And then you got the whole thing. I think it looks good. So I have an idea.
I'm not a bling guy.
It's not bling. It's just black.
Hey,
Come on. I have an idea
what's your idea?
that in box lacrosse for sure, maybe in field, in box lacrosse, when there's a new league, that somebody, they should have to play with all black sticks. Head, mesh, strings. Has to be all black. Then you can see the ball. Because I was watching a game with my wife on TV, and she never knows where the ball is. She likes lacrosse. Really? She never knows where the ball is. She could see it because 3 Philadelphia Wings all had all black rigs. And it goes from Ryan Wagner to Kyle Matisse to somebody else, and she could see the ball the whole time because the white ball shows up in the black heads. Here's a rip. Nice save again by Daniels Lukes. He has been on his game today, the third string goalie. So that's my idea. It's like a low-tech version of the ESPN puck.
Remember the puck?
The glow puck.
Oh,
I do.
what a disaster that was.
It was a disaster. That's why it's got to be low-tech. You can't get all like flashy and bells and whistles. You just got to come up with a simple yet elegant and brilliant solution, which I did. So Pavel Doshli, the icon, puts a hand down, keeps himself level, passes across. Cirk down low. Nice ball movement. Thomas Konotek with a shot. Snagged up by Daniels Lukes.
It's funny, we talked a little bit about sixes and being more relatable to more people.
Right.
My wife, who's, never really followed lacrosse, she'll come and see me play because my son and I play on the same team.
Which is cool.
And that. But this year, I took her to a Black Bears game. I'm an Ottawa Black Bears season ticket holder, and I took her to a game, and all of a sudden she became a box lacrosse fan, and she finds box lacrosse way more relatable than field. And again, there's all the technicalities in field and stoppages, and you don't know why this is happening, right?
Well, and you mentioned the similarities of sixes. Nice save. Quite a stop there by Josef Slavik, who again hasn't played a ton in the tournament, but is showing that they do have a capable number 2. But the relation of sixes to basketball, and box lacrosse, same thing. Another save by Slavik, as there's a lot of similarities. I mean, the way you run an offense or a defense is just like basketball. I mean, people compare lacrosse to hockey, box lacrosse to hockey, but it's way more similar in most ways to basketball.
My issue with box is I have no idea what a pick is. I honestly don't anymore.
Nice rip. Great little toe drag by James Mowens. And buries it bottom left corner.
Latvia up by 1 with a little under 6.5 minutes left in the third quarter.
Yeah, that's Latvia's first lead of the game. Czechs were up 2-0. Latvia got 2 back. Then Kressel put Czechia ahead. Tierney tied it up. Matches Konotek puts the Czechs back ahead. Latvia ties it up through Estrats. And now Mowens put the Latvians ahead.
A clean pickup off the draw. Yeah. We do have the Irish players behind us.
Heading off to our left, where they will be located. That's their locker room area for the bronze medal. They're starting to run away.
Lead. We have a
David
run
Lukes.
Here. Is that 3 in a row?
Yeah. Just a nice pass down low and stepping out from the goal line. David Zlukes tucks it home. He came into the game with 4 goals. So it's 6-4 Latvia. Now your theory about both of our games today was that it's going to be a kind of a gentleman's game for a few 3 quarters. And then the fourth, people are going to realize, wait, there's an actual win or loss on the line here. And things ramp up. We saw a couple of, as you would call them, fourth quarter plays earlier on. Not too many.
All it takes is one guy.
Yeah.
Right?
And things will escalate.
We didn't see that in the Portugal game.
We did not.
Portugal tended to just extend the lead every time Norway made any type of threat.
They played the whole game a little harder than this one, right? Like they were going, the whole time it was making it clear that they were going out with intent. But I mean, there's quite a few players not playing in this game for each team. The benches are very short. Ball pops away from Estretz. Oh, they tried to hit the cutter as Mullen's looking to add to his tally.
What did we have here? We had a timeout call?
Come on.
Odd time for a timeout.
3:55 to go, and we'll have a timeout.
Third quarter. Kind of an odd time to be calling a timeout. Really want that possession, I guess.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
So
this is akin to a game. There, I used a big word, akin.
There you go. That's 4 letters. Good for you, Bill.
That's about as big as it gets there.
Sorry, I forgot you're a phys ed teacher.
Yes. The men's leagues games are the tournament games where you're late in the tournament. You got a game, and you're going to go have beers in the parking lot with the other team afterwards. We have a men's league in Ottawa, the OLC, where that's we have one of the teams that drafts specifically if you sit around after the game to have beers.
Nice.
That's their thing.
One of my funniest friends on opposite teams stories and hanging out after is 2018 LaxCon in Baltimore.
Yep.
U.S. very serious game, blue and white game, as part of the process for selecting the 2019 team for the Worlds. So it's a serious game. Bill O'Brien is on one team. Josh Hawkins is on the other. They're pretty good buddies. O'Brien loses his stick at one point, checks Hawkins into the boards, and Hawkins falls down. There's a rip, and it goes wide, though, so we'll have a backup. So Hawkins is laying there on the floor. O'Brien doesn't have a stick, so he tries to kick the ball.
Yeah.
The referee blows play down, goes over to the scorer's box, and creates a signal. He does a little kicking motion and then taps himself in the side of the head. I was like, did he just create kicking in the head as a signal? He did. He gave him 5 minutes for kicking in the head. And we'll finish this offensive set, then I'll tell you the post-game epigram to that story. Here's Cam Kondraty. Nice little spin. Watch there by Kressel. Bouncer is going to slide through, though, to Slavik. We'll start the breakout. And so after the game, I was talking to Bill O'Brien, and I said, did you kick Josh in the head? And he said, no, I kicked the ball. I didn't have my stick. Oh, here's a nice fast break, but it's turned over, and they'll go the other way, Harrison's Nye. And so I'm like, oh, okay. About 5 seconds later, Josh Hawkins walks over and joins us. He's like, Bill, buddy, why'd you kick me in the head? It was great. He's like, did I really? It's like, yeah, you kicked me right in the head. But they're fine. All was well. The game's over. Your buddies again. And you see a ton of respect amongst these teams for each other. One of my favorite moments here was in the post-day summary show, which you should all check out with Marcin Stanishevsky. is he was interviewing Ireland, Rory Dunbar of Ireland, and Justin Wismar of Germany after their big game in which Ireland booked their tickets to the semis. Germany, who was one of the favorites in the tournament, was relegated to 5th through 8th. And he asked Justin Wismar about it and about something, and oh, this could, or that. And he said, yeah, we could have done other things. They played really well, and you know what? We're not going to whine. We should have won. If we wanted to win the championship, we had to win this game. If we wanted to go to the Worlds, we should have won this game. Now we're going to set ourselves a further challenge. But, they're great. We have a great rivalry. And I loved it. A couple times he said, we're not going to complain. It was a great game. We have a lot of respect for them. And and that's been pretty much the tone.
Be, right?
Yeah, throughout the tournament, when you see these guys talking, they're all each other's biggest fans. That's cool.
Not at the moment sometimes.
Not in the game.
No,
of course not. I mean,
yeah.
And maybe for a couple minutes after the game. But then you get to the handshake line.
Yeah.
And you kind of forget about it. And then,
We do have the England team right beside us here.
They really are. Very different to yesterday, right? When they were checking out their cleats to see what was going to work because it was heavy rain. You had to see what was going to be the best cleats. Speaking of Justin Wismar, he did say the ones he bought over in the excise tent after the first day that they're the best cleats he's had for this weather on artificial turf. Yeah, this short turf. Here's Kressel playing way more offense than we're used to and getting almost his first goal. Was it his first goal?
He's shaking his head there.
Oh, he does have 3 goals in the tournament. So. Scooped up here by Daniel Zanders.
That was his third attempt.
They just get harder as you go, right?
Well, it's you're not as focused as you were.
Yeah. Minute and a half to go. In the third quarter here. Kuchera behind the net to Knotek. That's a hard shot from Pavel Sirk, who just doesn't know how to not shoot hard. He has got an absolute rocket.
Hit the net or miss all the players. I think that's all.
Yes, that's the goal today.
Oh, what a
great
check.
Strip. That was Gins Guzmanis taking away from Lukas Kuchera. Then the pass gets away, but Knotek will be able to track it down. Sorry, Sirk tracks it down. Comes up top to Doshli. Oh, that's a block shot. And Pavel Doshli, we saw him switch hands. They're obviously very common here in field lacrosse, but with the Czechs being a box-first nation, and really a lot of the box-only nation for the most part, he is an anomaly there because he plays with both hands. He can go out and play a game left-handed, and you would not know that he's actually a righty shot. He's unbelievable. So talented. Oh, nice catch. They're going to run out of time. Have a long attempt as the third quarter winds down. It's 6-4 for Latvia. We'll be back in 2 minutes with the final 15 minutes of the 5th place game at the 2025 European Men's Lacrosse Championship in Wroclaw. Welcome back, lacrosse friends, to the 2025 European Men's Lacrosse Championship here in beautiful Wroclaw. It really is a lovely town. Cool
it really
downtown.
is. I've had the opportunity. I get up early. I'm an early riser.
Yeah.
To wander around town and easy to get around.
Yeah. It's really pretty. A lot of old buildings.
Yeah.
A real mix, right? From the, the 60s, 70s era architecture, obviously pretty different.
Yeah.
You
And
can tell them apart.
A lot of churches.
A lot of churches. I walked
Is.
by the one church just behind the base camp where we're staying.
Yeah.
And very cool.
Poland considered next to the Vatican as the most Catholic
there you go.
country
There you go.
in the world.
But yeah, no, it's pretty cool. And it's, even just the tram ride here. The first half, you're going through the town, kind of cool. The second half, you're in the woods.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
In Canada, you'd have fences and things all around. No, it's just traveling through the woods.
Oh, what a rip. Spinning to blast that one. Austin Bloomberg's.
Have we had him in?
I was
this game?
speculating in the first half if he was even on the sideline.
Yeah.
I don't know that he's played much. He can shoot. Played with the Halifax Thunderbirds in the National Lacrosse League.
Oh, did not know that. I would have seen him play.
I didn't play a lot.
No.
He was more of a practice squad guy. Was active a handful of times. Not sure how many games he got into, so he might not have.
Halifax is quite the
Oh, what a venue, eh?
quite the venue.
Yeah.
Right downtown.
Rocking.
It's rocking. It's hard to get a ticket to those games.
Yeah. If you want to check the stats and the standings and the schedules, as we had a nice little battle here for the draw, picked up by Cam Condrati. And go to worldlacrosse.sport. You can check out all the stuff for the Euros on the European EMLC Championship page within the site. But there's so much coming up. U20s in Korea, obviously building to the Worlds.
We don't know when the qualifiers are for the other three regions.
No, it's true. Those will be coming up. Keep your eye peeled for that. There is so much, men's, women's, boys, girls. Well, the U20. There's field. There's box. There's sixes. Nice save there by Slavic. But yeah, there's a ton on the World Lacrosse calendar. Busy, busy folks. Yeah. And of course, we're thrilled to be here, part of this ELF event in Wroclaw. And kudos once again to the organizers here. I know World Lacrosse has been playing a real guiding role in the tournament, but it's been a really good event. And,
so I'm curious about Pan Am qualifying. And
yeah.
Are Canada and the United States going to?
Do they have to play to qualify, or are they already in?
Qualify?
I don't know.
They automatically get a bid.
And Haudenosaunee?
Yeah.
I don't know.
The Olympics and the Haudenosaunee issue is another.
Yeah.
Something that's going to come up.
It is. It keeps coming up. It's been kind of on the back burner, but
more questions than answers in that one.
Yeah. Clearly, the stance from World Lacrosse, from all of us in the game, is the Haudenosaunee should be there.
Yes.
Or at least, actually, I was reading an interesting article about it saying where one of the leaders of the Haudenosaunee program was saying, no, we don't feel like we should be in the Olympics. We feel we should be part of the tryouts for the Olympics. We should be playing to go into the Olympics. We don't think just because it's our creator's game that we should be in. Like, we know you have to qualify. You have to win. We get that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they should be part of it. Nice play. Good pass across and then just tucking it home.
So in the World Games, the Haudenosaunee were excluded until Ireland decided to
bow out.
To bow out.
Yeah.
And give that position to them.
Yes. And that actually has launched a very strong friendship between the Irish and the Haudenosaunee. Not that it didn't exist, but it really just there's a lot of comradeship in that relationship. A really strong relationship with the Haudenosaunee and the Netherlands as well. They go back a long way. Actually, my friend Artu Cecilar is a real scholar of that. He's a big fan of the Haudenosaunee program. He's got Neil Powless has been the coach for the Netherlands box team for years and years. Great player, still a really good player, and he's he's well past his regular retirement as a player, and he still can go out and rip you 2 or 3 goals in a high level game. But and he's he's a real ambassador for the game as well. So I think it's cool to see some of the interrelations amongst all the nations. We're talking about the friendship between all the European nations, but around the world, the Australians come everywhere and everyone loves them because they just bring an amazing spirit. Oh, nice pass! What a leg save! But that shot by James Mowens, who's been dangerous in this game. Reynar's outs with a reverse whip, just wide on the far side.
You talk about that friendship between all the countries, and I did a game with, is it Marcin or Marcin?
Marcin.
Marcin.
Yeah.
And it was unbelievable how many of the different players on the European teams that he knew or had played with or against.
Yes. Yes.
Like his knowledge of the players in
Europe. Voluminous.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Latvia is a good example where Moti Silberlicht, the head coach for Israel, was the head coach for the Latvian field team from like 2012 to 2018 or 2010 to 2018. Quite a stretch. And, when they were matching up in the quarterfinals, he had nothing but good things to say. He's like, it's not like that's my former team, I want to crush them. It's like, no, I love seeing what they're doing. It's great to see them developing. Nice shot. Good save, though. Here goes Matusz Tilsher. Nice to see him looking okay. Actually, that was Miloslav Rajchan. Hopefully Matusz is all right. Oh, right on top of the net. Just slips away from Matthias Knotek.
You saw you had 2 players.
Yeah.
His choice of who was open on the crease.
Yeah, we had a 3-on-1 again pretty much.
Yeah.
They're rare, but we've seen a couple here. But, and Moti was just saying, I'm really excited for them. I'm thrilled to see them get to a quarterfinal. Big rip from Simon Kuchera. A little bit off target. He was quite clear he didn't want to see them in the semifinals right now, since they were quarterfinals opponents. But no, it's they're big supporters of each other in all these nations. Everyone's trying to build this thing together, and it's working. 94 nations in World Lacrosse. I don't even know how many in the ELF, the European Lacrosse Federation.
I did know that because I looked it up, and it slipped my mind right now.
Is it over 40?
It's around there. It was.
Oh, what a putback. Or quick stick. Thomas Knotek planting the feet just outside the crease. Takes the cross crease pass and tucks this one home. Beautiful pass. And that is the tennis racket style quick stick.
Yep.
One timer on the back door.
You go onto World Lacrosse, there's a wonderful map that they put on it.
Yeah.
It's very hard to read because they try to illustrate each country in one map.
Right, and there's 94 countries now.
Yeah.
It was a lot easier when when there's 20 countries, you can do it. It can be pretty clear, right? But 94 countries. We said we were trying to decide. Remember the 4 in Africa? We know Kenya and Uganda. Pendestrats calmly up at the top.
Oh, here's the map.
Are you going to count how many there are in
Europe? Not, because it's actually just alphabetical order.
Right, with everybody.
Yeah. But there is a map.
Yeah.
And here's the map.
Yeah, go to worldlacrosse.sport. There's all kinds of stuff there. Wow.
Yeah.
That one, the Europe, it's a big,
arc.
like 3/4 of a circle or 2/3 of a circle, showing with all the countries the line out to the name of the nations because there's just no room to put them all in. That's actually a pretty good illustration, even if it's hard to read each individual thing and see where they're going. That's a really good illustration of just how many there are.
We think of the number of countries we didn't see here. Of course, interestingly enough, Hungary was supposed to be hosting this tournament, and yet they're not here. Austria's not here. They've been there in the past.
Yeah, no Belgium.
Russia has been in the past.
Yeah, are they allowed to go to
No.
sport? No. That's what I think.
We have new countries that are in here, like Portugal, who won 4 games in a row.
Yeah.
You just did.
What a shot from the top. 21 at one end, 21 at the other. Ginskutmanis matches Thomas Kanotek's shot. Very different style of goal, but a matching goal nonetheless. It's 9-5 Latvia. 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Now, were there any qualification for this tournament, or was it just the number?
No, this one you just had to.
So some of these other countries like Estonia,
could have come.
Slovenia. Who else do we see on here?
For the other new ones, I mean, you mentioned Portugal, Bulgaria making their debut. Great job.
They were really fun to watch. They really progressed through it.
Nick Chawakov, who founded that federation and is still playing for the team, 18 years later, scored a couple of goals. I was calling his game. I don't know if you were in that game when he scored. Actually, have you scored? You haven't called all the games with me. We've had a few, yeah.
No.
So, he had one game where he scored when he scored his first goal. I was so excited for him because he's explained to me how Bulgarian lacrosse came around. And he's so proud. They're so proud that it was established by Bulgarians, him and some of his friends who just were introduced to the game and wanted to play it more and basically made it happen with the help of various people. Actually, he cited Brian Whitmer, the head coach of Czech Republic, as a huge influence because after they were introduced to the game, they went to Radotin. He was invited after he'd learned it in like a gym class. He got to go to Radotin with some friends to learn more about it and get a feel for how to play. And then Brian Whitmer came to Sofia, Bulgaria, and led clinics and taught players and coaches and helped people to get it going. So it is that cross-border cooperation and friendship is awesome.
It'd be interesting to see them go back to Bulgaria and sort of, they're going to talk to their friends and they're going to try and, get guys come out. Maybe they'll start, a men's league where they can play a couple nights a week.
Yeah. They're trying to start a Balkans league with Greece and Turkey.
And Hrvatska, Croatia.
Yeah. So we'll see. 3 minutes to go here. 9-5 lead for Latvia. Stick around post game. Summer and Sam will be out on the field once again, interviewing a player from each team.
We do have a stall call week. Here.
The problem with putting a stall call in is you have to enforce it now.
Yeah, it's right. It is a rule. Just read the game. Yeah. A little reading of the game might have been more.
There's more action today.
I think that Greece game, ramp up. Netherlands game is going to be a good game.
Yeah, and they are going. They're in the first quarter, in that 9th place game. Actually, no, sorry, they're in the second quarter. It's 4-3 for the Netherlands over Greece. That should be quite a battle.
How about Slovakia? Did they get the 11th spot?
Slovakia.
Or was Portugal the 11th?
Let's take a peek. No, Portugal was 17th.
Yeah. Oh,
Slovakia.
Right.
Yeah, 11th. Slovakia beat Switzerland 10-9 for 11th. That was a good. They went to overtime in that one.
Look at that. It looks like Switzerland had 5 goals in a row at the end of the game.
Yeah.
4.
5.
5 goals in a row.
5 goals in the final 13 and a half minutes to tie that up. Till Schutz with a couple. Casey Riolini gets one. Louis Seftel, and then Thomas Gearing. And then they go to overtime. Takes about 2.5 minutes. And Jacob Nanoski.
Again.
Yeah, he is something else. Number 4 for them. On a pass from Simon Tome.
He's a huge body.
He is. He's good. There's some players on these teams that, and it's been fun to watch, like Sweden.
Yep.
And Ukraine. Sweden had been better, and they're kind of rebuilding. Ukraine, I think, is one, again, they're brand new team to this tournament. They only had 3 or 4 guys who had played for the team previously at one event in 2019. And then this is it. And these guys are all making their debuts, and the progress they made through the week. It gets challenging as the week goes on, or the week and a half,
it does.
the tournament, because you do get tired. Again, we've talked about the balance. You wanted a lot of reps, a lot of touches, a lot of time on the field to build, and it's so expensive for everyone to come together. Everyone's paying for this, so you want to make the most of it. But by the end of the week or the week and a half, people are getting tired, bodies are getting banged up.
Yeah.
You got some attrition.
And you're getting filtered down, right? So now you're playing for a spot.
Yes.
Placement tournaments, you get down to Okay, don't finish last sometimes is the goal.
Yeah. Again, bronze medal game at 7 p.m. here on Field 1. Ralph Bednarchik will have the call for that, along with Marty. What's Marty's last name?
That's a good question.
Is it Horkin?
Yeah, Horkin,
Okay.
that's it.
Marty Horkin.
His son plays for Ireland.
Yeah, yeah. We mostly communicate by first names here, or
Yes.
initials. So, but
I have
yeah.
no idea what Fraser's last name is.
It's Hunter.
Is it?
Yeah,
it's
I
my
found
son's
that out
name.
today. There you go. So I don't know what Ingemar's last name is. Hey, we've had a great group of announcers here coming together. Ralph kind of pulling everybody together, turning us into one big happy family.
We're down to under a minute and a half here.
Yeah. 7 o'clock, that bronze medal game, Ireland and England. Tomorrow, 1 p.m. Make sure you're glued to WLTV or Lax TV for the 21st game at 1. That's Sweden and Denmark. The winner will make the World Lacrosse Division II Men's Championship in 2027. Then the 7th place game, France and Germany. The loser of that will also be in that Division II championship, but the winner will be going to Japan for the Division I championship as we're in the final minute. And then the gold medal game, Italy, Israel, a new champion to be crowned here in Wroclaw in 2025. We're into the final 45 seconds. Okay, great check by Thomas. Is that really Thomas Kanotek in the defensive end of the field?
I think so.
It is. Wow.
I think they're playing a little sixes style.
Yeah. Kuchera, pass. Oh, nice low to high rip by Matches Kanotek as his brother Thomas is taking on the defensive role in the family, and Matchas is burying daggers.
Without a two-goal line and a little more time, I think Czechia's fate is sealed.
The comeback will be for naught as there are 21 seconds to go. Remember, stick with us. There will be a little break after the game ends as the players shake hands. And, there will be the Spirit of Lacrosse Awards, one presented to each team. But Summer and Sam will be on the field interviewing a player from each team. They've been doing that for every game. There are 90 games in this tournament, and they've been doing it for every game all week and a half long.
There's a little duck under.
And then heading back the other way, Vinny Fasciponti. Fasciponti's been outstanding in this tournament. He's a face-off guy, but he plays at both ends of the field and is very good at it. And that will wrap it up. The final score 9-6 for Latvia over Czech Republic for 5th place here at the 2025 European Men's Lacrosse Championship in Wroclaw. Bill Searle, thank you so much for being with us. Lacrosse friends.
Thank you very much.
That's it for you.
Start for
Stamp?
this start.
You're going back to the start.
Go back to the start. Steven Stamp for a wonderful experience. This
really
is
fun.
my first time ever doing this, and you were more than gracious to bring me along and learn a bit of the ropes.
I think you might have a future in this.
We'll see.
I'll be hitting you
I
up.
can
I've
get
got
your
your
name
number
right.
now.
That might be the
Yeah,
first
right.
thing. Of course, I can't throw a roll of tape like you can, so I'll have to work on that too.
Great job this week. Enjoy the games tomorrow like everyone else is going to be. I'll be calling the last couple, the 7th and the gold medal game with Ralph Bednarchik. Really excited about those. And everyone, make sure you're here at 7 o'clock for Ireland, England. And right now, go over and catch the end of Greece, Netherlands. We'll see you soon.
All right.
Commercial break! We've been really busy over the past 2 years developing our very own women's lacrosse stick.
We are really, really proud of it. So stop by the shop. We would love to tell you more about it.
Good Stick Co. Come get a stick. Good Stick Company is here to manufacture and produce lacrosse sticks locally here in the Czech Republic. Our mission is to make lacrosse more accessible so more kids can have access to affordable, high quality equipment so more people can play this game and we can share this sport around the world. Our philosophy on pricing is quite simple. By removing all these different logistics and these middlemen in the manufacturing process of lacrosse sticks, we can pass those savings on to you. We can make these quality lacrosse sticks affordable for more people.
We honor our indigenous roots and international history. Lacrosse is more than a game. We play with speed, heart, and precision. Young, modern, electric, inclusive, growing across the globe. Lacrosse is everyone's sport, governed globally by World Lacrosse. We honor our indigenous roots and international history. Lacrosse is more than a game. We play with speed, heart, and precision. Young, modern, electric, inclusive, growing across the globe. Lacrosse is everyone's sport, governed globally by World Lacrosse.